Today, once again, we have had the fortune of chanting Bhagavan's powerful Nama for 1 hour right in the shrine of Bhagavan, the powerful shrine of Bhagavan. Now, before offering our prayers at his feet, we shall go through a particular darshan of a devotee, which is very unique. We shall relive this experience by recalling it. There is one Nagalakshmi who was living in Chennai. She was a regular reader of a magazine called Mangayar. In the year 1992, in the month of December, she read an article on Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar, which impressed her so much, which triggered a deep desire in her to have darshan of Bhagwan. She wanted to have darshan, so she contacted her mother. Her mother was living in Tiruvannamalai, so she rang up to her mother and asked her if she could have darshan of Bhagwan. Her mother said, the Swami is very different, very unique, very unpredictable. You would never know what he would say next, what he would do next. If you have adrishtam, what they call in English luck, then you may have a good darshan of Bhagwan. So after that, Nagalakshmi decided to come to Tiruvannamalai. She took a bus. And when she boarded the bus, again, she had something like a shock because she saw Bhagavan's picture there in the bus, which is a very rare thing. In Chennai, to have a photo of Bhagavan in a bus doesn't happen easily. So when she saw that, again she felt the connection with Bhagavan strongly. And then as she was traveling, she had many questions and she arranged them in her mind so that she could put it to him. Though of course she was a very shy person, whether she would find enough strength to go near him and put those questions, she was not sure, but all the same, she arranged all her questions. The questions ran like this: who is God? Where is he living? How do we attain him? Should we try for a guru? Should we go through a guru to attain him? And then of course she went and saw her mother took her, and the mother said, again, only if you have adrishtam, the luck, you will have good darshan. The word adrishtam is a Sanskrit word. Drishtam means that which can be seen. Adrishtam means that which cannot be seen. People get a spot of luck. All of a sudden, there is something like jackpot. Some nice things happen which you think you don't deserve. You have not even tried for it, and suddenly you get it. And then you wonder, what did I do to deserve this? I have not even tried. Which means you must have done something sometime unseen by yourself and people, probably in the last birth, a punya, a meritorious deed for which you are receiving the result now, a good result, a blessing. So when she said that, it meant that it's not just luck, the blind luck that we think. It is, if I had enough meritorious deeds, tapas, then I may get what I deserve, though I may not know how I deserve it, because it's unseen. So when they came to the Sanadi Street house around 10 o'clock, the darshan started, and they were allowed inside. Bhagavan knew her mother already. So they were all seated, and there were other devotees singing Bhagavan's Nama. So she was made to sit in a corner, and she was observing Bhagavan. Bhagavan looked like a blazing fire. He was radiant. And the very presence of Bhagavan spoke volumes of his divinity. His eyes were shining with the fire of knowledge, the supreme knowledge. And what was more, all of us, though he was smoking, he started to pronounce, he started to declare, my Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. My Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. He went on repeating this quite a few times, again and again. When she listened to him with great concentration, she found answers to her questions flashing inside. She understood that God alone exists, there is nothing else, no one else, which meant whatever exists is only He. It is He who has become the entire creation, the varieties of creatures. And then he said He alone exists, which means He must be everywhere. So that is, where does He exist? He exists everywhere. And then she understood that He knows everything, He is everywhere, He alone exists. Then how do I attain Him? And then she heard these people chanting, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. The name was laden with His power, the power of God. And that she knew instantly chanting this mantra would be the way to reach God. And of course, the Guru was right in front of an embodiment of divinity. So when she had all these answers in her mind, she melted inside. She felt overwhelmed. And after that, Bhagwan began to call each one by name, called them near and dropped some prasad and left them one by one. When her turn came, by now she had understood something of His glory. And she was shaken by that. So she staggered her way to His nearness. And when He asked her, what is your name? Where are you coming from? Even to utter the word Chennai, she was trembling, she was stammering. And then she said, she managed to say with courage, Swami, I had come here. Bhagavan asked her, what do you want? She said, I had come here with some questions. And when you declared, my Father alone exists, there is nothing else, no one else, I had all my answers. Then Bhagavan smiled and said, is it? Who gave you these answers? And then she said, thyself. Thou art the one who gave these answers. They flashed inside me. And then Bhagavan put his hand over his mouth as if in great surprise, in great wonder. And then he burst out laughing. He was playing a leela, but she got the benefit of it, the highest benefit of it. And she relaxed, his laughter relaxed her, and then she prostrated before him, and he gave her prasad, and she started chanting his name ever since. He became her guru, and she began to chant his name. It's a wonderful event. This is how we should benefit when we go to the place of a great soul. She left with a sense of fulfillment, and just recalling this experience, remembering it again, reliving it while remembering, we also get this sense of fulfillment. So Bhagavan is in the front. Who gave her darshan in the month of January 1993. Now that Bhagavan is very much here in front of us in the form of this murti, installed by Bhagavan, worshipped by Bhagavan, full of his power and grace, with a raised hand, a hand raised in benediction. We shall submit our prayers at his lotus feet. Bhagavan,